Good morning. This is Patrick with TTFR, and I'm going to, as promised, produce a weekly earnings video and just any changes I've made that I think are working for me or not working for me in hosting and increasing revenue. I'm looking at the Turo page right now, and they still haven't updated earnings. If you look at this, it looks like I'm getting close to my best month ever. It is if you don't include reimbursements, but I should be about $200 or $300 higher than that. They're showing here's one of the reasons I created my spreadsheet, because you can't always look at Turos and actually get all the info that at least current info. So go to my spreadsheet. I'm at about $4,300 in total income this month, and that is my best month so far. And this is the cash flow sheet I use to manage the Turo bank account, and this is one of the features that are in the spreadsheet that you can purchase from Etsy. I put hours and hours and hours into this spreadsheet, and I listed it about $20. And I don't know what you guys charge for your free time, which is generally what you were putting into Turo. I charge myself out at somewhere between $80 and $100 an hour, because I charge overtime for any of my free time. Y'all should all as well. So if this saves you time using this spreadsheet and not having to create it yourself, if you like the features, check it out in the link. And for the year, I have a real even spread of my three vehicles: BMW Z4, BMW 230i, and Audi Q7. This is why I think it's a great mix. In my bigger months, it tends to be pretty even as far as all the cars going out for the same amount of days on busy months. And because one of them is a convertible, we're getting into a good convertible season now, so it's picking up. It's actually had more rentals than I've ever had in that car in a month. The 230 is doing about what it does. It averages 19 days, even with some bad months, at the beginning of the year. And the Q7 does well when it's in service. I use that car myself a lot, so I don't always have it listed. And it's even then it's at 14, and the convertible's at 14, almost 15 on an average. But this month, 22, 21, and 20. So pretty even. That's why I think I have a good mix. And everybody that wants to have 3 or 4 cars should probably consider this type of mix. I have a Q7 that's a 7-seater, which gets the family rentals. I have a 230i, which is an economical, relatively low-priced luxury car that is solid and maintenance-wise. I have very few expenses on that car because it's only 4 years old. The Z4 is a great weekend car for people, especially in this area. And like I said, we're getting in convertible season right now. It's not so hot now, so it's doing well now. One of the other things I've done is probably the biggest change I've made is moving my trip preferences down to less than 2 days. Usually I have it at 2 days because I have felt through some testing that it got rid of a lot of the kind of troublesome guests that don't return on time, that trash the cars, people that aren't here for travel. I think travelers are generally your best renters. Local people will tend to be the people that are going to be more trouble, that I found, because they'll keep the car because they're not getting on an airplane. So that's one of the more simple reasons I think for that. And I've also lowered my pricing on the weekdays, especially for the convertible and the SUV, because they tend to go out on weekends, and that has definitely filled up a lot of gaps in my utilization. This is what my utilization calendar looks like for the year and the month. I really only started populating this in August, but for October, looking really good. Weekends are real booked. This is Saturday and Sunday at the end of the week here. I have some open days beginning of the weeks, and some of those are starting to get filled from lowering the pricing on the weekdays. I'm getting some onesie-twosies here. This is the SUV here. It's pretty full. The BMW 230, which has started real slow, is picking up now, and all the cars are really close to $1,500 in revenue for the month, which is a really good month for some of the cars, especially the 7, which has been slower because I haven't had it out as much. So Cash flow looks good at $4,300 for the month. Expenses are a little high because I spent some money on some office stuff to help maintain everything. And that's pretty much it. I just wanted to do a weekly state of the Turo for me, and I will continue to do so. Like I said, the main changes I've made is lowering the prices during the weekdays for all the cars, and dropping my trip preferences for this month. I think it's also a busy month, and I'm in a pretty solid market, so yeah, this may not be your experience, but this is what's working for me. And y'all have a good week.